You love the Jews?
Yeah, true Jews, for sure.
I'm sorry?
True Jews, yes.
So Jesse Lee Peterson, I'm gonna start it over. Jesse Lee Peterson, he sounds like an older man that done drunk about 2 6-packs of Budweiser, and he's super Christian. And when I say super Christian, I mean in the way of white Jesus, super Christian. And he tried to get people in a trick bag and ask a lot of, same questions. And if you go look at his channel, sometimes he get the guests real irritated. But yeah, that's Jesse Lee Peterson. So let me play this.
And do the Muslim love the Jews?
Absolutely.
You love the Jews?
Yeah, true Jews, for sure.
I'm sorry?
True Jews, yes.
So you love the Jews?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Farrakhan didn't like the Jews. He was like blood-sucking Jews, and he was blaming them for everything. Is that true or not?
Oh, no. No, that's a separation between who are the true Jews and those who say they are Jews and are not. Same thing Jesus said in the book of Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9, where he said, I know thy works. And when he's talked about specifically, he said those who say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. So there's a separation. It's like saying a Christian and a Muslim. Christians who do good things, those are Christians. But people go out killing, murdering, and raping, and they say it's in the name of Christ. That's not a Christian. Same thing with Muslims. They can't claim to be a Muslim or a part of Islam. A Jew who does things that are evil, wicked, and goes against the principles of Judaism can't call them Jews either. So it's a way of separating people who don't properly represent the belief system.
So what Rizza Islam just did was exactly the same thing that Candace Owens did when she was talking to Rabbi Shmuley. Y'all remember when I went over that and she brought out Revelations 3 and 9. And I brought out Revelation 3 and 9, 2 and 9, what is actually talking about. And he did exactly what she did. And what I mean by that is he's saying that these verses are simply separating good people that profess to be Jews from bad people that profess to be Jews. So it's really pointing to an individual, which it is not doing that. But Rizza Islam doesn't study the Bible. He's Muslim. So, to his credit, you understand? It's not saying that at all. It is talking about a nation of people. It's not talking about an individual. So he did the exact same thing and he used it in the same way. And then if you use it this way, it's a way to not offend the people who call themselves Jews today by just saying it simply means there's good Jews and there's bad Jews. That's not what it's saying. It's saying that the nation, the people that scream from the top of the roofs that they are God's chosen people and they worship in synagogues, well, they really are not them. That's what it's saying. So let me keep going.
See, let me just, and I don't want to get into the Jew thing because I can go all day. The Jew thing I'm confused by.
Oh, okay, understood.
We have so many different kind of Jews now. I don't know who the real Jew is.
Understood.
But let me ask, are the white Jews in Israel the real Jews?
Not according to bloodline.
And meaning what, in short? Meaning what?
In short, basically those who would be converted to Judaism. So specifically those who are there now are the ones who came from Europe. You're talking about Poland, you're talking about different parts of Germany, those who came over in the 1940s who were brought over, they were given access to go to different parts of Africa. They were invited, but they went into that area or that nation known as Israel or specifically Palestine. So these are white people from Europe, Poland, Germany, and other places who went into that part of the land known as Palestine.
Now, what Rizza Islam just said right now is 100%, 144% correct. The people are the white Jews that are in Israel today. They came over there in the 40s and the 50s. Their forefathers over 1,000 years ago converted to follow the faith of the Israelites. So for over 1,000 years, they've been following it. So, of course, you can just look at, about the Dawes Rolls where you are the $5 Indians where white people put their name and now they believe they're Indians. Well, you have white people today that are full on Viking from the Caucasus Mountains. They look like they're fresh from Europe, blonde hair, blue eyes, that say that they are native Indians. Why? And that's only been, you know, a few decades. That's only been decades. Now think about 1,000 years of you living a certain kind of lifestyle. You would, over all of these centuries, you would start to believe that you are them. You are those people. So what he said is true. Now they converted over 1,000 years ago, and today they believe that they are the Israelites, but they don't call themselves Israelites. They call themselves Israelis. They don't call themselves Hebrew Israelites for a reason, and that's a historical reason, and that's a fact. So I'm gonna keep going.
That's in short.
And so these blacks that are calling themselves black Jews,
Hebrew Israelites.
Israelites and all that,
Yep.
are they
You see how Jesse threw that in there? Now these blacks that's calling each other black Jews. There's no such thing as a black Jew. The Jews were black. The Hebrew Israelites, the Semitic people, biblically and ethnically, they were black people. They were Negroes. The same people that you see in ghettos today, the same people that you see on a television screen, you know, running the football and dunking the basketball, those were those people.
tripping, or are they real Jews too?
Oh, I believe according to what they're reading in the Bible, based off of what they know to be true, according to the words of God in the Bible, that they will qualify to be the chosen people, true Jews, Hebrew Israelites, etc. Which, again, it's a lot. Like you said, there's a lot that goes into this. So you'll hear Hebrew, you hear Hebrew Israelite, you'll hear Jew, you'll hear Jewish, you'll hear all of that. But when it comes to those who are white, Caucasian from Europe, who call themselves Jews in that area known as Israel specifically, are not biblically specific when it comes to who are the true Hebrew Israelites, because now you're talking about bloodline, and bloodline goes into who are the original people from God. That is talking about Hebrew Israelites. That's a bloodline circumstance. People, when it comes to Judaism or in Israel, that's a cultural circumstance. And now you're getting into what is known as Zionism. Now you're getting into Theodore Herzl. Now you're getting into the Balfour Declaration. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. But so no, in short, no.
So basically, you know, the way that Rizza Islam said everything, he said it, you know, in an eloquent way where nobody could actually, if they want to, because, you know, if you say anything, they'll say you're an anti-Semite, even if it's true. Like the things I've just said to you about the history, it's 144% truth, pure truth. But it's things like that where you say things and they're the truth. And they say, well, you're an anti-Semite. Well, the Semites were Hebrews, they were Egyptians. The Semitic people, it was a lot of different Semitic people. So it wasn't just one type. And historically, we know that the Europeans were never there in that area of what you would call East Africa or the Fertile Crescent. They were never there. They come out of Eastern Europe. That's where they come from.